is just played to a2, just getting it off that, and looking to further disrupt black's presence in the center with f4. But the queen just comes in here perfect, so that if white takes and the queens are traded, oh well, the queens aren't even traded, it's just taken. So and white's down material, so it doesn't really want to trade. Actually, I don't even think white's down material. Maybe a few points of material, but white is definitely not does not have center control, and he does not want to give up his queen just yet. So queen retreats back to b1, and black just keeps pushing forward, attacking that knight there. Um, but the knight is not moved. Instead, white decides to attack the queen. Now the queen moves off to e4, and further harassment of that queen there with c3. But black also knows in this position that white has nothing concrete. There's no way he can get rid of the queen or take back center control. So he just takes that pawn on f4, and now the knight is played here, further attacking the queen. But after knight plays to g3, it's basically saying that if the white queen snags up this pawn here on the sorry d3, yep, on the d3 square, black will just come in here and take the rook here and with check. So it is quite a good move. And then after the knight comes back, attacking the queen even further, just further harassment. Queen down to g6, and that is just protecting that pawn there. So he has managed just to retain this control here over on this square, and he has just taken so many squares away from white. So now we have the bishop takes here on e5, and so here we have the knight attacking the bishop, but then we have further harassment of the queen. Now the queen just lands a check here on b6. Uh, the king passively moves away to h1, and now we have this bishop gone, and the rook takes back. And then here, a perfect move, bishop to d6, attacking that rook. Keep in mind that the rook can't just move away to any place. It has to move up here, because then the knight would fall, has to protect. And then I love this move right here, c6, pretty much just pinning the rook down to this. But so what happens here? This move backfires tremendously. Um, I guess white doesn't want to get rid of the position of the rook right now. It is in the center. It's probably as strong as it'll ever be. So a pin is created here, um, pinning down the bishop here. So if the bishop takes, queen takes with check, and then the bishop, the dark squared bishop would have to come back here, which is not too bad. It still turns out being pretty good for black, but that was not played. Instead, Hetul comes up with even a better move, queen b7, and this is basically making a battery ram um, along this diagonal, indirected, well, it is directed, but indirectly attacking the white king here. And so Hetul realizes that he'll lose this rook, so has to move it away. Yeah, it retreats back to e1, but then after bishop comes in, check, the knight is forced to take, and Hetul just wins the queen there on rook c with rook to c1. And that's why just absolutely tremendously that pin backfires. And then the rook recaptures, taking control of that c, but c uh, c line. But the bishop just comes back in here, pretty much exploiting this pin. The knight can't take it. The knight can't take the bishop, because then it'd be the king would be in check. So attacking the rook moves, looking to take this pawn out of the way, but the pawn just pushes. And now rook to d3. Keep in mind that if black just does something else, say maybe queen up here to the b6 square, well then rook there's a back rank mate here. Rook rook to d8, and that's a back rank mate. So Hetul makes some breathing room for his king, and I imagine at this point the GM must be really just frustrated, absolutely frustrated. Hetul has given him no counterplay whatsoever. Um, so then the king just moves to G1. I guess he's unsure of what to do and just to get out of that pin. But what do you think happens next? The queen moves up to B6 with a check, a nice check, and then it has to move passively back to H1, and then this is the end of the game here. White resigned after queen to F2. So it was quite a great game here. White would not have come back from this. A splendid game. Uh, so as we look at back here from the start, we can see that Black absolutely outplayed White in this position. A 9-year-old to probably a 30-year-old GM with 600 points more rating. So it is absolutely amazing. Of course, don't forget that this was a huge blunder here on B3, which allowed Hetul to take control of that, and also a huge blunder just to not to move the rook, and then the escape of the queen just comes out now, and the rook and the queen is safe. Um, so it was a good game, played by a 9-year-old especially. Um, Congratulations on to him. He just beat a GM, which I know I could never probably do. Um, and even if he doesn't become a GM, well, at least he can still say, "Look, I beat one." So there you go. That was an interesting game. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment. I'm open to any criticism if you'd like me to analyze the game further or anything, or if you have any games you want me to analyze or any openings that you want me to analyze, just don't be afraid to comment. And this is Chess Productions. Take care.